This your favorite preacher, Preacher Pimp, also known as PP, the pastor of Money Cometh to Me Now Community Church. You can call it just Money Cometh Community Church. I want you to give all your contributions. I got a book out. It's going to tell you how to get rich in 30 days. And if you just write to me, Preacher Pimp, at Pimp3of5, or send me an email at Pimp, New Covenant, I forgot the name of my church. Let me think about that for a second there. My church is called Money Cometh. Preacher Pimp at moneycometh.com. Send me an email and I'll pay the postage to send you that free book I got for you that's called How to Get Rich, How to Become a Millionaire in 30 Days. See, because you don't have to be broke no more. Touch your neighbor and say, I'll never be broke another day in my life. You that's listening to this broadcast, you need to understand that God don't want you to be broke. This is Preacher Pimp. Listen to Preacher Pimp now. Preacher Pimp is telling you that you're supposed to be rich. Now, where that verse I read on last week, Job chapter 12. Job chapter 12 and verse 6, he says, the tabernacles of the robbers, that be me, prosper. And they that provoke God are secure, into whose hand God bringeth abundantly. Now, I want you to understand that I'm the robber. And I'm blessed abundantly. Remember? I'm the one with the money. You know, the $2 million home, my private jet, and I got my own maid, I got my own a butler, I got my own everything. My private seamstress who makes all of these fine clothes that I wear. Preacher Pimp. Don't you want to be like me? You want to be like some old broke Kentucky Fried Chicken eating preacher who don't have no money? I got money. So do my members. Because I'm Preacher Pimp. Let me read that verse again so you can understand my methodology, my MO, modus operandi. The tabernacles of the robbers prosper, and they that provoke God are secure. See, listen. I told you on last week I was going to tell you about the prosperity of the seed. Now go to Deuteronomy 28. Because these Hebrew Israelites be using Deuteronomy 28 talking about you under a curse. I'm going to show you you're not under a curse. I'm going to show you that you can be blessed if you give to Preacher Pimp. Keep Preacher Pimp riding in that nice, fine Rolls Royce and Lamborghinis. Now, you know, I have a Rolls Royce and a Lamborghini. Matter of fact, my wife got a Rolls Royce. I got two. I got a Lamborghini and I got a Lexus that I just want to play around with. And then I got me a Hummer, the top of the line. That's right. And, oh, I forgot to mention, I got me a Hummer limo that picks me up when I want to just go to the store. Preacher Pimp. All right, now, just want to make myself clear so you understand that I'm legit. Too legit to quit. Now, look at Deuteronomy 28. It shall come to pass, if you shall hearken, thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord. That's the Lord, see? Lord, see? They talking, these Hebrew Israelites talking about this YHWH, all that. Oh, Lord. Look at what he says. Read it to the Lord. Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments. Now, I'm commanding you right now to give this money, because that's what you're supposed to do. If you don't give, you're not going to be blessed. We read to you last week, Malachi chapter 3. Well, a man robbed God. So if you don't give to Preacher Pimp, then you're not obeying the commandments. That's what the words say. I ain't talking about no 10 commandments. I'm talking about obeying by giving that money to Preacher Pimp. Listen to me. I'm the pastor here. I got the floor. Preacher Pimp, that's me. You know, PP. You know, my job is to pimp the people, to push on the people the God's pill, to keep the people dependent on the pill so they come back next week and get their fix and get their hit, so they continue to bring that money to Preacher Pimp, so I can continue to keep up with my lavish lifestyle, my private jet. You know, I got a private jet. I got my own private nurse too. Let me get back to the word here. It's kind of good to me. Deuteronomy 28. So he says that, so if you hearken diligently to the commandments which I commanded this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations. That's why Preacher Pimp got money, because I'm above. Because why? Because I obey the covenant. Give that money. Luke 6:38. Give. That's the covenant. Give, and it shall be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, shall men give to your bosom. That's the covenant. Now, I'm not even going to deal with the rest of that because it's self-explanatory. Let's go over here to Galatians chapter 3, because people need to understand that you are Abraham's seed because you spiritual Israel, see? No, forget all this natural, physical. Those people died off in the wilderness, and those people don't exist. So now we talking about the church, who is the new Israelites. Now, because we come under the Abraham covenant seed. Galatians, look at Galatians chapter 3. Galatians chapter 3. All right. What he say here? I want to look at Galatians chapter 3 and verse 29. Let's read that one verse there. He said, if you be Christ, all this other stuff, Yahshua, Homashiach, and all that stuff like that. No, it says Christ right here. Skip all what them Hebrew Israelites tell you. Look at what it said here. It says, Christ, if you be Christ, then you Abraham's seed. See that? And heirs according to the promise. Now, you know Abraham was rich, filthy rich. So if you be Christ, then you get the wealth of Abraham. That means you rich. So I want you to grab the lever because I feel it right now. I want you to pour right now. Say, money, come up to me now. Come to me right now. Money, come up to me. I'm Preacher Pimp. Listen to me. You're going to prosper if you listen to Preacher Pimp. You don't listen to Preacher Pimp, you're not going to prosper. Listen to me. I'm telling you, get that biggest offering you can find. Oh, hold on. I hear the Spirit tell me right now, while you watching this program, you need to sow a seed right now. Oh, don't even think about it. I hear this is coming 2008. I hear the Spirit saying $2,008 in 2008. $2,008. That's your seed to this ministry. If you sold $2,008 in 2008, whatever you want is going to happen for you in 2008, because it's not too late to wait in 2008. Make sure you let everybody know you heard that coin right here from Preacher Pimp first. It's not too late to reap in 2008. Because why? Because you give to Preacher Pimp. I be Preacher Pimp. You give to me and you prosper. So he said that you be Christ, then you Abraham's seed, and you heirs according to the promise. According to the promise, you give to Preacher Pimp. While I push the drug on you called the God's pill that we know as the gospel. I put that God spell on you. Hocus pocus. Keep you giving to me. I'm going to show a clip of some poor people in a minute, and so that you can give to this ministry, because I know you need to see something so you can give. You know, the scripture said the wicked in the first generation seek for a sign. So I'm going to show you a sign. I'm going to show you some poor people across the screen so you can give to my ministry. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put some real renowned actor on the TV program crying and snotting who wrote a book so you can sow and give money to that book. So Preacher Pimp can keep getting paid. That's me. I be Preacher Pimp. I has what you needs. All that you need, you come to Preacher Pimp. Because Preacher Pimp going to do you right. I'm going to stroke you right. Now, we hire right now in my business, this church, this new covenant, Money Cometh Community Church. Now, I want you to call me this week. 999 Preacher Pimp. All right. Until next time, peace. Peace out.